Nice. Very cool. Very cool. All right. Well, I am going to move it along here to the next game here, Speedrunners, which is also an awesome game. And I'm guessing you've had a chance to at least play it, right?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, technically he owns like I think 110% of tinyBuild because he beat all the devs.
We got a little drunk one night after PAX, and they tried playing me for IP rights, so I beat them all, and now I own Speedrunners too.
That's awesome. That's funny. That's so awesome. Speedrunners. Here we go. Alright. Then it's going to come up, and then I got to link it on up. I really like the single player for Speedrunners, by the way. It's just a lot of fun. So, let me finish linking up the video here. OBS has been a little silly recently, and you have to absolutely tell it to look at the game as soon as it's been opened. So, here we are on the title screen here for Speedrunners. There's a lot to it. There's a lot of maps that exist out there. I'm just going to go and kind of handle some of the oops, what am I looking for here? Prologue. Yeah, I'll just go through. It's a cute little story. So, Speedrunners is definitely a game that the name describes what it's supposed to be. It's like if you made an RTS called RTS, or first-person shooter called first-person shooter. Yeah, you'd expect people are going to play it that are into that sort of a game because that's what it is. That's what it set out to be. And I have seen people, racing each other. I've seen people, trying to compete for times on these sorts of things. Now I see popular levels over on the right. Are people actually able to make custom levels for speedrunners here?
Yeah, for the multiplayer versions. It's fully integrated into Steam Workshops and whatnot. So I think I don't actually know how many levels there are now. I know there's over 1,000 custom-made levels. Could be thousands, so I'm not even sure.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, I've seen some interesting levels. There's like I was saying earlier, there's a Smash Brothers level where the AI just runs off the edge, but if you've got intelligent players that you're battling along with, you actually have a very interesting arena. And this is definitely an interesting game to have an arena brawl in because it's you've got your grappling, you've got maybe whatever items you can use against the opponent, but other than that, it's kind of hard to get knocked off a little bit.
Yeah, I think that was one of the most popular custom-made levels for quite some time, if it's still not, or still is. The brawling map.
Yeah, it's cool stuff. I really like the speed of the game, like the speed relative to the scale, because the character is pretty clean, like the size and proportions, and you can see what they're doing pretty well, even as a very small size. But at the same time, it's just the right size for how fast you're going, that you can know what you're doing ahead of time and be able to make intelligent decisions. It doesn't quite happen like that in multiplayer. Sometimes if you're really ahead of your opponents, I've noticed that you'll have a disadvantage because you can't quite see ahead, and you really have to have the level memorized, versus opponents who might not have the level memorized. They're able to potentially catch up and gain an advantage because they can see what's ahead and dodge it and make better choices. So yeah, it's a pretty interesting balance.
Memorizing your level is definitely something we're trying to at least solve a little bit, because it is, maybe with the ranking system. I know that the developers are doing, the Double Dutch guys are doing a lot within the ranking system currently, because it's not that robust. So in order to be able to match people with the same amount of skill that you currently have, is what they're really working on.
Cool. That's really cool. So then you've also got these boss levels in here. I thought that was a really cute touch to put in. It's often hard to put a boss level in a game where you aren't, actively fighting back. But I've seen it done in so many games in so many different ways, and this is one of many that just absolutely nails it. Though my grappler appears to be having some issues here, or my operation of it. No, it's having some issues. It definitely didn't connect where it should have there. I think the screen shake might be affecting it. I didn't have a problem with this level before.
It's quite possible.
Oh well, I can just double jump that gap. It's no biggie. That one slowed my momentum. Whoops.
Yeah, they just implemented the single player stuff not too long ago. Maybe a month or two, something like that.
Gotcha. So how long has the game been around before that then?
So they've been working on it for 5 years.
Wow.
Like the game, yeah, it's been a while. The game initially was a XSplit game, right? And so you can still actually get it there. And then we, as in tinyBuild, we saw it at a conference I used to run. They were demoing their game, and Alex and I saw what it could be, and we're like, dude, this like the mechanic is amazing. And so we talked to them for a while and figure out how essentially to reimagine their vision. And so we got on board and we started, cleaning up a lot of stuff. We redid all the art and whatnot, and they worked on all the back end stuff. And we're like, all right, now we'll put it on Steam because we had that avenue. And then yeah, it's just started to take off. Probably the last, I don't know, 4 or 5 months, somewhere in there. But yeah, I mean, it's been about a little over a year and a month or so that's been on early access on Steam. I think it was on XSplit, a good year before that, and then they worked on it for a couple years before that. So it's been a long project for them, for sure.
Gotcha. That's cool, but for the amount of polish that's gone into it and the ability to, be able to edit the levels and make some really awesome stuff, like, it's definitely worth the amount of time it's taken, I would hope, because financially, I have no idea the numbers, but in terms of how much I've seen people play it and enjoy it, and I'm sure there's somebody probably doing speed runs with their buddies right now, it's got a lot going with it. It's really cool. These VR missions
I think,
are so brutal.
Right? I think on average now we get a video uploaded like every hour or so on YouTube.
Damn.
So that's pretty awesome.
Would you say a lot of them are highlights from Twitch, or a lot of them are Let's Plays that are specifically for that YouTube?
I haven't watched a ton of the ones that are just being posted every hour or so. I obviously watch more of the bigger Let's Players, so I can see what's going on, how they feel about it, etc. That means a lot, or doesn't mean a lot, but it matters to us as far as metrics and yada yada yada. But so the ones I watch are pretty much Let's Players.
Cool. Okay.
Long story short.
I got you. No, you definitely have a plan set for it. That definitely makes sense. I mean, a Let's Play is where you can probably see a lot more of where people are trying to, break the records and stuff like that. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had gotten almost.
It's basically Mario Kart on foot.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that definitely makes sense, because you've got the items to be able to mess with the people, and you're definitely doing laps. There's also a lot of shortcuts I've noticed, but they're definitely very risk-reward oriented. That's pretty cool.
Have you played online with other people much?
I did a little bit, but I realized my inability to get through the levels when I'm ahead because I don't have the memorization like they do. Definitely keeps me from being able to, I suppose, compete at a level that I feel live streaming would be worthwhile.
Yeah. Yeah, most of the live streamers actually are they'll play with people they know, you know.
Yeah. And that makes sense. I mean, it
Makes it a lot more fun that way.
Yeah.
'Cause when I play online, I get my ass kicked. I really do.
There's people
like so we actually.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say there's a lot of people with a lot of time to play this game, and you got to be working on stuff, so you don't quite have that luxury.
Right. Yeah. So we're actually doing a tournament right now with PewDiePie, and I went in there just to see how this company, Gfinity, set up all the ladders and stuff like that. And so I got into a couple of games, and I actually had Andrew come over and play the game for me. I'm like, all right, beat these guys. I don't want to lose.
That's funny. Like I was saying, I almost was able to beat. I kind of had the strategy worked out, and it was just the last two jumps on the way back that I was having an issue with, and now I've completely lost my rhythm on this level. It's a fun level, but I really like these VR levels. They're quite a worthy challenge. And of course, because the aesthetics and the design of them, I could see how they wouldn't necessarily fit the same way with the the city map and the other maps and stuff and their aesthetics, because this is just like, here's some blocks, try not to die. Here's some spikes, try not to hit them. Here's some things to grapple across. I can't really, I guess, envision what setting would really fit the lore to put something like this in, aside from more evil boss layer sort of area. Alright, I think you're supposed to... Whoops, nope. Missed that edge. But yeah, as Amarillo saying there in chat, very smooth movement. It is. Damn, grappler's not catching anymore. I don't know what's going on with that. It might be, maybe it's a frame rate issue or something.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I actually haven't played tons of the single player version of it, since everyone. Well, the primary focus is the online multiplayer.
Yeah.
It takes so long to get that right. I would say most of the time has been working on that online multiplayer. Somebody in chat, when we were talking about Bit Brawlers, was saying that they're sad like all these other indie games didn't do online multiplayer. I'm like, there's a reason for it. Like it's almost next to impossible for indie developers to do it. It's really hard.
It's tough. There's things that can make it a little easier, and I know like Unity has some features that at least helps to streamline the process, but no, that's tough stuff. Every game has different features that have to go back and forth between the client, and if there's a server involved, then between that as well. Yeah, multiplayer is no joke.
Especially for Twitch-based games, it's ridiculous.
It is. So yeah, I'm gonna keep on doing this until I get through this level. I hope you guys don't mind. But yeah, the ability to just approach the level in various different ways and try to do different stuff with it, like trying to go the lower track there with the where you go between the grapple area and the spikes rather than going up above it. I'm sure that can shave off a couple of seconds, but increases the danger factor considerably. Whoops.
Yeah. There's a lot of risk reward in this game. There's tons of it.
Yeah, let's see if
You're so focused.
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean,
Especially like sorry, go ahead.
no, you're right that there is a lot of risk reward to the game. There's a lot of alternate paths, and then especially when it starts to get into the multiplayer and deciding which item you want to use against the opponents.
Deciding when to taunt.
Yeah, the taunt is so long, it's ridiculous.
Where is the
They're like
taunt?
5 seconds, right?
I think it's the shoulder button.
Oh, there it is. Wow, yeah, if you got time to do that. Clearly you're just toying with the person.
Oh yeah. Each character has their own taunt.
I guess it's a nice thing to do if you're like playing against your buddies and one of them stuck somewhere really like silly and awkward. It's like, all right, yeah, you get 5 seconds to get back on track. That's so ridiculous. Do the different characters have different taunts?
Yeah. Yep. They all have their own unique taunt.
That's awesome. Whoops. Hook didn't grapple that time. Ah, why not? Come on. Stop being silly, grappler. It's, I guess, like maybe one spot that I just keep hitting that just isn't linked up properly or something. I don't know. But it seems like it's the same area I was hitting there.
Yeah, it is kind of weird. I keep on seeing that. I'll have to make a note of it and report it on the Steam forums.
Is that where most of the bug reports go?
Yeah, anytime we get a bug report to email, whatever, we just say, alright, just go message on the Steam forums. That's where the Double Dutch guys focus all their effort, just one centralized location. And that way, since the game is so integrated into Steam, anyone that has an issue can go search the forums and typically find an answer.
Gotcha. So where is the Double Dutch team located? Or are they kind of remote and spread out themselves?
So there's only 2 guys, and both of them are in Hilversum, inside the Netherlands. And that's actually where our other 2 guys, as far as tinyBuild are. Alex and Tom are also in Hilversum, so they both, the Double Dutch guys and tinyBuild guys, share the same office. I'm the only one here from tinyBuild in Seattle.
Gotcha. Very cool. So, how many people are at the Seattle office?
Just me. And then Andrew, he works here as well. So
Gotcha. So that timed up perfectly. I hit the grinder just as somebody followed, so there's gonna be a really good Wilhelm scream in there. Yeah, this is my first time playing this level. It's pretty neat. I see. Gotta grapple up to the bomb. Cool. Definitely not as brutal as that last level.
Somebody in chat made the connection with Double Dutch. 2
Yep.
Dutchmen.
Yep.
I get it!
It's pretty clever, actually. And the level starts with a very particular jump. Neat.
we're actually starting to do start messing with a bunch more characters. Like, we released 4 new ones, maybe, I don't know, a month or so ago. Now we're doing a bunch of Let's Players as in-game characters.
Nice.
So that could be potentially interesting. Yeah.
Let's Players. I've seen that as an approach some game took. They got C Nanners and a couple other people and basically made a Temple Run clone, but you were playing as them with their likeness and mannerisms. I don't know how well the game did, but it seemed like an interesting idea to try to tap into the their markets and communities and stuff, specifically by putting them in the game, and almost also kind of not forcing, but encouraging that they continue to play the game, even if it's not necessarily something
exactly.
they plan to play that much. I see. So it's very much a last minute sort of, or last second sort of jump thing here.
I wonder if there's a grapple thing above there that you can swing up.
Yeah, I think there
I
is.
have no idea. Oh, there you go.
Oh, dang it, it didn't grab again. That one, that's just... I really wonder what's causing it. The grapple.
It could actually be a tunneling issue, like you said, with the frame rate. It might just be skipping over the part you can grab.
That could be, because I noticed it kind of looks a little offset from the character when it disconnects. Like it's a frame back from the character. So that could definitely be the case. You know, not just providing ideas for games, but I also do a lot of bug testing and helping people find the bugs in their games. Like, I'm not gonna name off names.
But this game was broke as hell.
No, I'll name one because it's a game that I've been following the development process for a while, and that's Kriya from Siege Games. My first time playing it was a lot of fun. I was enjoying it so much. Even though there are a bunch of funny, silly, quirky bugs, I didn't mind because there was just so much fun to have with the game, and I kept on playing it. And every time I do a broadcast, I would find a bunch more bugs and let him know. And he would continue to fix them up in his developer broadcast. So the game just had a new overhaul with the combat system, and now it's really, really buggy again. But there's a lot more people playing it. The community is really helping him out with the QA process, so it's going really, really well with that. And it's something where if you've got a good community helping you out and being able to find the bugs for you, it's awesome. Carl Mundo, the land of IS. I haven't found any bugs in that game. It's solid. Carl, that's the game he's been working on. It's a lot of fun. It really is.
Wasn't Carl's the guy that you were like, oh, we need to get him in here, right?
Yeah, at some point, but he's going to be super busy for Saturday interviews here for a little bit. We'll figure it out though. I'm sure Carl will be able to make some time for Who's Gaming Now at some point. No, but it's an awesome game. I've really been enjoying it, just as I've been enjoying this game here. And I actually completed that next level there, so we can move on to one more. And I've got a minute and 40 seconds to try to finish it here. Oh wow, I see how that one's supposed to be done. You gotta fall really far, really fast. Grab that platform and ride the momentum up. Nice. Ooh, I was blind there, but I still managed to make it happen. Very cool, very cool. I have no idea where I actually need to go, so this is going to be kind of interesting. No, that's not the place. Whoops. That was an early shot for me. That was definitely not the grappler's fault. And whoops. Alright, get that speed, get there, get that. Alright. So overall, how would you rate my gameplay in terms of like proficiency in trying to solve the puzzles? Would you say like most players it takes about this long to be able to figure this stuff out, or?
Oh yeah, definitely. Because it is a huge timing thing plus a memorization of the maps, etc. So you gotta keep on playing until you actually get close to the end, and then tweak your performance in order to get the better scores and whatnot. So
Yeah, which is
definitely
all
a lot of replaying.
that's what speedrunning is all about. So it definitely it is a game for speedrunners, named speedrunners. It is a speedrunning game. It is everything it's set out to be, and it does it very, very well. And like I was saying at the beginning of the broadcast, everything from tinyBuild that I've seen is awesome and exciting and fun to play. So this is more just kind of showing that to you folks and proving it. So I'm gonna do just one little multiplayer run. Probably not even gonna finish the match, just to kind of show people what it's like to do online play. And advance the timer. Let's get this match going. It's probably gonna be very quick. Oh, it's a match in progress. I didn't realize you could join those. Very cool.
Yeah, that was implemented recently as well to help with getting people into games quicker.
Nice.
As that's one of the downfalls of being an online multi-game primarily. If you don't have a community, your game's gonna kind of die.
Yeah. Absolutely, and I've seen a lot of games where that's been the issue. It was a good game, but match finding was just such an issue.
Yep. Definitely.
The first time I did multiplayer play, I actually didn't know how to use the grappler, so I was pretty much screwed.
That's definitely the most rewarding weapon, I think.
Oh no, not as a weapon. I meant just the mobility grappler.
Oh!
The weapon grappler is awesome too. So we've got one winner here, Sibby's345. Congrats to you. Let me, well, after this, because we got another round to go here. I did just hit someone with a grappler. Crap. Oh, and I hit the R button by accident, so I was just doing the taunt on that that jumping pad there. Whoops. That was actually pretty funny. I don't know if that's Jean Derp or Jean Derp, but congratulations to ya. Alright. So, let's move along. I want to make sure we can get some more love to some of the other games in the list here, because there's a lot of awesome stuff. I mean, I was hoping I'd be able to show off all the games, but then I realized, no, that's going to be like a 4-hour show. And I don't know if I can wrangle you guys in for that amount of time. Actually, as I said that, I was kind of thinking to myself, well, actually, if we went for 4 hours, some of the folks in some of the later areas might just be waking up and be able to hop on.
Right?
Because you guys work with people all around the world. You were saying India and Netherlands, so this is a pretty big kind of spread for where you're working with people. That's really awesome.
Yeah, we have a couple guys, a couple teams in the U.S. We have one team in India, one team in the Netherlands, and one team in Denmark, and one team in Ukraine. And by team, they're pretty much single developers. But
that's pretty cool. I mean, it's awesome. The infrastructure it requires for people to make a game is just so small. Wait a second. Spoiler alert, failed to start game, missing executable. I'm going to verify my files.
Uh-oh.
Let's see.
I have another.
Properties. And that's Megafuzz is the developer for that one?
Yeah.
Verify integrity of game cache. All files successfully validated. Oh no. No.
I can I'll give you another different key.
No, it's not the key. The key is in. It would need to be like just a straight DRM free or like a Desura or some other version, because the Steam version isn't running. No.
Right. Here, try using that. See if it works.
Okie dokie.
That's so. There's a couple different versions of the game that are on Steam.
Okay. Product. It should probably be a pretty quick download. It looks like. I think it was a quick one. Spoiler alert. Beta testing.
Works.
Yep. There we go. It's a separate product. Okay, so that's what it is. It's just a difference of builds, I guess. And it looks like it's actually overriding the old one.
Okay.
So that's fine. So while
we just launched that maybe like a couple days ago, so
Nice.
there might still be some bugs in it.
I gotcha. Well, then while that's going, we'll skip over to Lovely Planet for a moment and let people see that for a sec, because that's also something I've been kind of interested in. Let me switch it over in OBS so everybody can see the lovely visuals of the game here. Quick
Tequila.
Quick
Quick
tequila.
tequila.
Quick tequila. Oh, okay. Quick tequila.
Yeah, I was the same way until he said it. I'm like, oh yeah, that makes sense.
I don't know. Like, is it a rapidness? Is that why it's quick? Was it fermented at a really hot temperature or something, or I don't know, distilled really hard or something? Quick tequila. I don't know how tequila is a quick process.
Well, if you
Maybe
take it
on the
in
way
shots.
out. I got.
Okay then. Well,
Terrible joke.
go into world. So where was this game actually developed?
India.
Okay, cool. Very cool, very cool. No Time to Explain, you're close to a re-release. You know, the one thing I want with No Time to Explain is a reverse polarity, where I can be, like, basically, you know, I guess it would make things too easy, but aiming the kind of the way I want to go rather than shooting towards the ground to try to project myself. There's some areas that it's just really, really awkward, but I understand that's part of the design of the game.
Yeah, the actual moving yourself about now is much easier. So a little bit of that's been fixed, and you can use a controller, etc. now. But yeah, it's pretty close. Like all the levels are done. We're redoing a few of the bosses. I would imagine. I think mid-October is the scheduled completion date, if you will. So probably sometime in November, December.
Gotcha. Alright, let me turn down the music, because that was kind of overwhelming you guys for a moment there. That's really cool. This, oh, whatever, Saito. No, this game, it definitely looks like a lot of fun. Let me finish up with the options here. Now, get on into it. So, I've got to say, the aesthetic of the game, it looks like everything's made of paper. Not sure if that's like the intent or whatever, but it gives it a really kind of cute, interesting look. Walk into pillar. Oh, okay, so the pillar is the end of the level. So is this also like a speedrunning kind of game?
Yeah, that's basically all it is a speedrunning game. Like that's the challenge.
Gotcha. So doing it in the first person perspective, I've seen that done a little bit more recently. Games that you're meant to go fast and first or third person. What was it? tinyBuild, I think, is that sort of thing, where you're like kind of speed running through a bunch of stuff. I think that's third person. Oh, I see. There's people you're not supposed to shoot.
You shoot the baddies.
Fun stuff. Real simple to get into sort of game. I like it.
Yeah, it's simple. First few levels. That's very true.
And does it get ridiculously complex?
It does get ridiculously complex.
Cool.
Like I can't, like myself, I can't do FPS games with a mouse and keyboard. I just can't do it. So I had to use a controller, and like I couldn't get past like the end of World 2, and there's 5 worlds. So yeah,
Wow.
I had to trust the developer that the game could actually be completed.
Gotcha. Yeah, I've seen
there's lots
games
of
like
crazy
that.
things.
That the game is so difficult. Like, yeah, I was able to beat the game at some point. Then I stopped playing it and developing it for a while, and now it seems a little too hard. I've had that happen to my friends before. Cool. All right.
Yeah, you'll have to do like crazy things, doing 180s and shoot people, in one
360
shot.
no scopes.
Yeah,
I like
just
it.
Lots of. That's what one of the problems we're having right now is making it actually feel pleasant to play with the controller through the entire game.
So this is more just I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be doing with this part.
Game's so weird.
It's so weird.
Ready to shoot that fish in the distance or something? Oh, I see.
think,
You're just supposed to turn around at the beginning.
Yeah, they just start you in the wrong direction. This is the
Okay.
one I stopped on too.
Oops. Yeah. Definitely trolling the players here. But I mean, that's a classic sort of thing. How many Mega Man games is there something hidden going left at the start because you're programmed to start by going right?
Right?
Ah, and I hit the red goo. Oops. That went wrong. Nice. What else the aesthetic of this game reminds me of? Katamari.
Yep.
Everything's all happy and weird.
So
Does this game have potential for a workshop later on? Are people going to be able to make custom levels?
It's not currently planned. I think obviously, the community could dictate that. If there's very strong support for it, then the developer might be interested in making level editors and whatnot. But like most indie developers, after they've worked on their game in solitude for like a year or more, they're kind of sick of it.
I gotcha. Yeah, I could understand that. Also it depends on what the scope and scale of the game is, and what they're able to do with it.
Yeah, I know there's lots of stuff he's thinking about doing. But again, it'll. Oh, I didn't even know you could go through there. Right. But yeah, it's really going to be dictated by how well, obviously, the game does, etc.
Oh, I can't miss a baddie. I see.
Can't miss a baddie. But you found some good holes in the wall.
Yep. Do the red piles of crap count as baddies, or are they just there? Nope, they count as baddies. Okay, good to know.
I need you to crucibly drain most, yes.
Quick, I need tequila. You get it?
Right?
You get it too. Quick tequila.
Good one.
Ooh. I like it. This reminds me of like what was that game, Faceball or whatever, where it's just like a maze and you're just kind of trying to shoot the other things before they shoot you. This level here. Not every level,
Faceball?
just this one. Yeah, 100% accuracy. Well, look at that. 3 stars. Well, la-dee-da. I guess I pwned that level. I like it. I like it. It's a lot of fun. I could see it being something that probably is really portable, and I bet it could even be made for like a mobile interface, because there's not that many controls for it. Yeah, as Dapper is saying there in chat, really relaxing. It is. Like, there's challenges. What the heck? Look ahead. I didn't even realize that was a feature. Just a really fun game. Pick it up real quickly, continue your progress, and then just go from there. I like it. So what's I guess you said you got to World 2?
Yeah. I can get to like maybe maybe 3/4 of the way through World 2 before I actually rage quit. Because you can't do it.
Gotcha. Oh, I see those apples. You have to shoot them before they hit the ground.
Yep. That's AoE. Like world AoE.
Apple bombs. I don't know if I need to kill all the baddies on this level or not. Just do it anyway. Press and hold space. Why would I do that? Oh, I see. It's just auto jumps. Of course, right mouse button also jumps. Oh no! The red things are starting to move now.
Getting a little bit harder.
Cool stuff. Well, I think the new version of spoiler alert is probably finished at this point. So let's yeah, let's do a roll for this and then move it along here. I hope folks are interested in this game. It seems like folks are liking it in chat there. Alright, reset. Start. Oh, whoops. Let me actually redo that, because that's not the right word. Weird. Weird is the word people must use to enter. Everybody enter. You got 5 minutes, and meanwhile, I am going to be firing up. Spoiler alert. Now, when I was looking at the kind of the demo for the game, or the previews and stuff, the first thing that came to mind is, oh, that's kind of like Retrograde. Retrograde. And you were saying, yeah, that was kind of an inspiration. So that's really cool. I like that game a lot.
Yeah, definitely. That's what the guys, Jeff, the Mega Fuzz guys. There's those. That's just a team of 2 as well. There's an artist and a programmer. I think they worked on their game for like a year as well.
Huh. There's weird. It only has World 3? Oh, that makes sense. That's right. So
Bruised.
Going forward, and then you go fight the boss, Mr. Death Bunny. Past Mr. Death Bunny. Strong chili like me. Princess Tomato. Oh no!
Oh, there's no video.
Oh no, I'm gonna link it up and then I'll just restart the game.
On screen simulator.
Somebody should make that, like, right now.
What was that? Black
Screen simulator.
Oh, I can QA the hell out of that game. There we go. No visual spoilers, that's right, Dennis. Oh, custom levels and
The image went out again.
What was that? Oh no, it should be.
The image went out again. Okay.
It'll take a moment, but it's definitely
There
for
you
sure
go.
how it's supposed to be.
You hear something?
Hmm?
Oh, okay.
I was just muting for a moment to grab a drink there.
Oh, okay. I was like, it went really quiet.
Yes, he is a chilly knight. That's correct. Less level and do everything. Void. That's exactly what retrograde is.
Yeah?
That's 100% of the game. Is that you have to fix the space-time continuum because you broke it too much, and so you have to do everything backwards. That's awesome. Deaths and time paradox.
I like how the plot of the game is suddenly time travel.
Yep.
No explanation for it.
Unkill enemies by jumping off. That's right. That's right. Time paradox. Oh, I guess I hadn't collected those coins. Why wouldn't he have collected those coins?
Seriously, right?
Oh well. Whoops. Yeah, I definitely missed them. Oh, I was supposed to miss them. I like the trees in the background. They have funny faces. Now some coins.
Yeah, it's a fun little game.
Whoops. What's that? So eventually it'll get to the point where you're not allowed to, or you will be allowed to have like a time paradox and still complete the level.
Nope. You have to.
Oh, I see.
uncomplete
Deaths and
everything.
time paradoxes. It's how many times it happened. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well then,
yeah.
I guess what's the point of that if somebody's just going to, restart every time when that happens? Like,
I guess just personal best score. Like on Steam and whatnot, there's the reason actually we released on Steam, because obviously it's very much a mobile game, is we had them make level editors and whatnot. So hopefully we can get able to create really interesting levels, and we can update the game kind of across all platforms with all the interesting content. But we actually just released the mobile version yesterday on the Amazon App Store.
cool.
And then it'll come to Google Play and iOS in the next probably week or so.
Curvave Patagy in the chat there. The game is retrograde. That was the one I was referencing earlier. Yeah, this is a platform version of this very similar concept. So I'm having a lot of fun with it here. This is quite enjoyable. Revive lost time. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, and of course we still have to handle Lovely Planet, so Funny Hammer. Funny Hammer. Oh, whoops, right trigger to catch a fireball. That's cool. Right trigger with the front button. Really funny. I really like the aesthetic for the game. Do you know what the game was designed with here? Was it also Unity?
No, it was. I guess our forte is finding really cool Flash games and then turning them into bigger production. So this is actually was written in Game Maker, but very very similar esque.
Nice.
Yeah, Bit Brawlers was initially Flash when we saw it. No Time to Explain, our first game was actually written in AS2, which is ancient and hacked. That's why there's so many let's say bugs, I guess, in the version
Features?
on Steam. Yeah, they're features, by the way.
Yes.
But yeah, it's just it's wrapped in AS3 Raptor, wrapped in Zinc, wrapped in something else in order to integrate with Steam, blah blah blah. But yeah, and the new Unity version is so much better, runs so much smoother, and looks better. For Flash.
And I'll get our final raffle go. We got 61 entries for Lovely Planet. That is awesome.
Nice.
A lot of people watching here. Alright, final we'll do here is two draws. And I'll just run that for a little while here so everyone has a chance to get in on it. Alright. Exclamation reverse to enter, everybody. Ah, I see. I gotta get the coin, fall on the dude's head, avoid those coins, which I don't know why you would have avoided. And then leave off the dino head. So So it feels like at this point in the game there's more or less only one way to finish the levels, but there's probably a lot more with the later levels, it seems. That's, I guess, the one thing that this potentially has over Retrograde. Retrograde, you have to do it only one way, and memorizing that precision is how you get better at it. This, I would imagine, there's a lot of places where you could potentially go a higher path or a lower path, and there's also, I saw there's secrets that you can find, so...
Yeah, there's secrets, and, you know, based on when you do your timings and jumps and stuff like that, you can get better, you know, level completion times and stuff like that. And there's, you know, at the end, there's some bonus content, like this actual spread mode, things like that.
Ah, signs that reverse your direction. That's awesome. That's a really cool feature. 'Cause that allows for a lot more puzzle space. I want to go that lower track there. I am enticed by that chipmunk beaver whippet thing. You guys probably can't really see it because I keep dying before I get to it on the screen.
The allure of the beaver.
And it's nothing. Or maybe it is something. I guess maybe this is a different way. I think I just unlocked a tortilla for getting rolled over. That's pretty funny. So remind me again, was this one this one was an in-house game, or what was the studio?
No, this is a Megafuzz. This is a game we published, yeah. Yeah, like somebody had mentioned on there about reviews and stuff on Steam. We the whole idea initially behind it was we would throw it up on Steam and hopefully get people that would be interested in making, you know, levels and stuff. But we more or less just got flamed for putting a mobile game on Steam.
Oh.
So, yeah, you know, what happens, but you gotta try things.
Yeah. I mean, you can't make custom levels in the mobile version, can you?
No, it'd be too much of a hassle to try and deal with all that stuff.
Yeah.
And Steam has all that integrated, right? So
it's truly adding a feature to the game.
Right.
But I guess...
And we found that people don't necessarily want to pay for that extra stuff. Like, it should be there as a bonus.
Well, I mean, I can understand some games doing it one way versus doing it another. So what's the plan? What's the model with this game in terms of being able to access the content?
The content that people create, or
yeah, and any other stuff that the developers make later on.
So basically, we'll just if anyone actually starts creating content on Steam, we'll create those levels, and then we'll probably release some world with, you know, it's just like user-generated levels, and then we'll update all the mobile, well, obviously the Steam as well, but all the mobile versions of the game. And then anything else going forward might just be the mobile, since Steam's definitely not a platform for mobile games, but
I getcha.
You know, but they have really cool features, so
yeah. This game is a lot of fun. Like, I can understand, you know, mobile haters or whatever, and they came out and maybe bashed the game, but I wonder how many of them actually played it, or actually, you know, played it beyond just like playing a couple levels and looking at it and be like, oh wait, I've seen this before.
yeah. I don't know.
I like.
That's one thing we learned is you don't argue with the internet. It's a losing situation.
It's tough.
Yeah.
Really pleasant and easy to play game too, and I would say pretty child friendly. There's not really any like gruesomeness or anything that's particularly adult or mature in theme. Just
it's really child friendly. Yeah.
Very good. Very good for that subject. Alright. Because they just, they melt into a pile of goo and they look like they're zombies or something to begin with. The things that you're fighting there. Just a really fun game. How far have you gotten, or have you completed it 100%?
Yeah, I can complete this.
You played it like 4 or 5 times, right?
Yeah, I've did several times, testing out, because like the speedrun mode is literally from the end to the beginning, all in one sitting.
Oh, I see. You got to
So
complete
I've had
all
to
the
test out,
content
things like
first.
that.
Gotcha. So how does one actually access the level editor? Is that through like workshop link ups or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. There should be somewhere.
Little
Maybe it's the
hammer
bottom
and thing.
Yeah, the bottom right. There's
Yep.
the loader stuff.
But to actually get into the builder mode.
I guess that was. I'd have to start it on my Steam. Look.
Oh.
I actually remember. Maybe it's on the main
Oh,
menu.
here it is. Yeah, it's on the main menu.
Okay, yeah. That must be
Cool.
content you create.
Different creatures, different states. Now this is the actual spoiler alert, because now that I've looked at these, I can see some of the other creatures and stuff that I haven't haven't seen yet. That's funny. The music's really cute too. Definitely matches with the theme of everything. Just a bunch of fun, exciting games you folks have. Really, really engaging, really enjoyable, easy to get into. Great stuff.
Thanks.
Really, really enjoy everything that I've seen from tinyBuild. Just awesome stuff. All right. Title win. Congrats.
Hooray!
So how much has Spoiler Alert gotten out there? So you said it was made available on Steam, or is it still something that's kind of hard to get right now?
You can actually get it on Steam. It's been there for, I don't know, maybe a couple months. But it just came out for mobile. Like it's released on Amazon, on the App Store as well as Fire TV yesterday. And then Google Play and iOS will be probably next week, hopefully, as long as it gets all through their processes and stuff. We want to release during EGX next week.
Awesome. That's really, really cool. Well, this has been a lot of fun playing these games and chatting with you guys, and I'm really, 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 really excited for the future of all of these games. But man, I gotta say, Bit Brawlers, all the stuff that you're talking about with that just sounds so damn awesome. I am.
There's some pretty big promises.
Yeah, well, I mean, I would imagine part of it is just the sustainability of like being able to work on that exclusively rather than having to break off and work on other things here and there.
Yeah, that's been the major hurdle, is like trying to balance like other companies wanting us to work for them and then like not wanting to do that but having to eat as well.
Yeah, I know. I worked at a studio that they did a lot of third-party games, and they only had a couple of their original IPs. They had a lot of games they wanted to make, but they could only do like 1, maybe 2 original IPs at a time. Most of the rest of the office was working on the third-party stuff. So I definitely understand. It's business. It's keeping the doors open, keeping your belly fed. So it's it's a necessary sort of thing. I'm not going to call it a necessary evil, because it's something where it also gives developers the opportunity to make something that folks would expect to just be some little crap game for some TV show that's about to come out and actually make it something really fun and really enjoyable. So
not only that, but working with other people, you get a lot of insight into different design philosophies that you wouldn't get working in isolation. So that's another benefit.
Yeah, for sure. All right, well, we're pretty much at the end of the 2-hour mark here, so I'm gonna let you guys go. It has been an absolute pleasure chatting with you both here. If you guys want to give one last little round of wrap-ups for who you are and where people can find you, and then we'll shut it off.
Good. All right, so I'm Andrew from 2D Heroes. I made BitBrawlers. You can follow me on Twitter at 2D Heroes. Our website is 2dheroes.com. We have a Twitch stream that we're going to start doing, twitch.tv/2D Heroes. And then Luke.
Yeah, my name's Luke Burtis from tinyBuild. You can follow us on Twitter at tinyBuild. Our site is also tinybuild.com. That's where all of our games are listed. Pretty much get everything on Steam. And then, yeah, we're at all the events, more or less, all the bigger ones. If you want to come find us, talk to us there. That'd be fantastic. And yeah, also if you have any suggestions about the games, we always love to hear that. And you can ping us on Twitter or whatevers.
Well, look, I've got you on Skype now, so I can just send it straight directly to you.
There you go. That's right. Direct access.
Yep. It's a nice feature. All right, that's it. Thank you all for coming, everybody. See you all. Congrats to the winners here. I'll be sending off the codes here pretty shortly. I'll be cutting a highlight of this. You'll be all able to find it here on Twitch TV and over on YouTube on the Who's Gaming Now channel. And that's it. Bye-bye.
Yeah. Bye.